The market's taking a little breather today after those record highs. We're all waiting for earnings season.
Yeah, and that starts tomorrow. That's going to be brought to us, the first one from Alcoa. Earnings season's kind of put up or shut up. It's the report card that happens every 90 days on Wall Street. We're expecting earnings to grow about 6.2%. About 3 months ago, we were expecting earnings to grow at 9% plus. So we lowered the expectation. So we're going to beat earnings, but we're not going to beat the earnings that we set 3 months ago. That's a little bit of a problem. Earnings season is exciting. I think earnings season could be a transition time because we were up 30% in the markets last year. We're up 6% this year. First quarter was like a waste of a quarter with a cold winter. Very, very disappointing. Second quarter, if it's only 6.2%, it's not so much what they report now. It's not so much of what have you done for me lately. It's what are you going to do in the future. So the conference calls are going to be important. Companies that have run up have a lot invested in this. A lot of times this could be very dramatic, and this could be, let's sell off for 3 months, wait for the earnings to get back up to where we want them to.
That's the concern, right? If this isn't a gangbuster earnings season, I know Wall Street seems to be waiting for some excuse for a pullback, and earnings season could be it if it's not so great.
It's certainly a catalyst, could be.
We've seen a rise in employment with those great jobs numbers coming out. That was the catalyst for the Dow getting over 17,000. But as you keep pointing out, there are not a lot of high-quality jobs that are being created.
Not a lot of high quality, and the unemployment rate had a big drop last week, so that was nice. We want to see that. The downside is that even though it was a pretty encouraging report, it's the number of people who are working part-time jobs who want full-time jobs sits at 7.5 million. It was up 275,000. That's not good. We want to see that number going down, not up. Problem here is there's, companies are looking at you and me, labor as inventory. We got a big project coming up. Let's bring in more labor. Big project ends, let's cut that labor. The Affordable Care Act, which requires companies with 50 people or more to give health care if they're working over 30 hours. Companies are monitoring that. Instead of hiring one person for 40 hours, they hire 2 people for 20 hours, so they don't have to give the health care. So this is kind of bad, too, in the sense that not a lot of wage inflation going on when you don't have, when you have so many workers who are willing to take on more hours, you don't have to pay them per se.
Not good. All right, on to drones, and the U.S. is drafting new rules for drones. We're going to see drones a lot more prevalent soon, you think? Yeah,
and it's 12 companies that are really petitioning pretty hardcore. 8 of them are media companies. Think air traffic pilot or helicopter pilot, the Cron 4, chopper that looks at traffic. That job's gone in a couple of years, and it's going to be replaced by a drone, no doubt about it. With that said, sorry, I just put someone out of a job, didn't mean to do that. But like crop dusting, some very smart decisions are starting to be put into place. So the FAA is going to miss their mandatory date to set up drone commercial purposes as far as safety regulations go. But the U.S. air safety regulator is starting to draft some rules. So we're starting to see a little bit of it. So dusting crop seems to be big. Getting news, like there was a big fire last night, we could get a drone right up front, real close. Those are things that we're going to be able to see in the near future.
I see a lot of realtors using them now to get cool aerials of the homes they're trying to sell. Pretty fascinating stuff.
I like it.
How about electricity? And we think about all the great things technology has done for us in even the last 10 years. Now it could be coming to our electricity grid. We can all be a part of it soon, can't we?
Yeah, I just actually met someone this weekend who he actually gets a check back from the electricity company every month. He installed solar, and they're paying him back. There was a story of a resident out of Sunnyvale, California. He paid $17,000 up front for a 20-year lease on equipment, and he's already cut his bill by about $300 a month. He's going to save about $60,000 over the next 20 years. So more and more Americans are opting for, hey, this is a business angle, and if we could put the ugly panels on our roof, we'll do it. And again, cost keeps coming lower, regulations keep getting cut a little bit here, a little bit there. So homeowners can already use solar generators and furnaces that simultaneously produce heat and electricity. Prices are falling about 10% a year. It's cheaper in Hawaii and in Washington, D.C. to install solar than it is to go on the grid. So more states that teeter-totter will work that way. And again, we're never going to replace the big power generators in California, but we're going to start seeing some big reductions in the barriers for people to use it for themselves and saving $200 to $300 a month.
That'd be nice. Exciting times ahead. Thank you, Rob. If you have a question for Rob, post it on his Facebook fan page. We'll answer it here on Cron 4. We'll be right back.